Woo, man, it's Thursday, Harvey.
Yes, sir.
Thursday, man. Thursday. I can't believe it, man. We're getting, I mean, how many days? Fridays, Saturdays?
Wait, hold on. Isn't it Thirsty Thursdays?
Yeah, it is Thursday, man. Have you poured
What?
yourself? I think it's time for you to pour yourself a drink of sorts. I think. What is on your menu today?
I don't know. Hold on, man. Let me see what. Hold on, man. Let me see what I got. I obviously I can't show anything, but hold on.
I love it, man. I love it. So, while Harvey's pouring himself a drink, right? Because it's Thirsty Thursday, man. I hope all of y'all have a drink that you guys are able to enjoy. Thursday, we're literally talking about what 3 days away from kickoff for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, sir. That's a Cowboys
Let
beverage
me
in
let
hand.
me hold on real quick. Let me check
We
something.
have, we have a we have a shout out real quick by Brian was it Weidman. What's going
Yeah.
on, Cowboy fans? Hey, we're here. We're right here today on this Thirsty Thursday. Shay Toe DC for life, and then we got a what is it? A Bang Bang Gang or whatever. What are they calling themselves?
I don't know
Yep.
what they call themselves, but here, hold on.
Wow. He go Trey D says I'm on Crown Black Super Bowl bound weed and boys, man. Yes,
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
love it, man. It's so hard, right? Because this is an exciting time. It's hard, man. And you know what? I have caught myself stuttering just because of the excitement of this game. It just brings back like this nostalgia, right? Being 7, 8 years old, seeing the Cowboys versus the 49ers. And did I just give away our ages? I did. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we
What's
did.
up, brothers? Jose, what's going on, man? Niner fans talking already, man. That's all. Yesterday I said that as I said it's crazy, Harvey. I've never seen so many Niner fans in my entire life. So I don't know if they're true faithfuls or they just cowboy haters and they're just choosing to uh ride with whatever team they that is faced up against the Cowboys, man. But anyways, let's get right to it, man. I think that the Cowboys and the Niners have really stole the show here as of recent. And it's well deserved. Yes or no, Harv?
It is, man. 100% is well deserved.
But I will tell you this, man. What many people are not talking about, and this is obviously through our brainstorming and whatnot, the NFC East, man, is strong right now. So let's talk about that before we break down offenses, both Cowboys offense and 49ers offense. I'm pretty sure, we've heard some things, but we'll get into the offense. But let's talk about the NFC East for a little bit. Because aside from the 49ers and the Cowboys playing, which I'm pretty sure everybody wants to just hurry up and get to that, you have the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles also facing off. And whoever wins from there is going to go on to the NFC championship, man.
Yeah, man. I think when you talk about, you know, because everybody wants to talk about schedules. Oh, the Niners kind of have an easy schedule. At the end of the day, you play NFL is hard, but there's a reason why we put right emphasis on that. But you got to think the Cowboys played these teams twice, every team twice this year. So my thing is this, man. I know some shows talk about it, but for the NFC East to have three teams in the playoffs is pretty crazy, man. I want to say I think it hasn't happened since, I might be wrong, but I think it was 97 or something like that. So it's pretty crazy, man. I don't think a lot of credits be given to these teams. And at the very end, the last two games, the Commodes, they almost made it too.
They almost did. It would have been
And you
four.
know what? I just saw the comment because I was gonna bring it up. But you gotta realize, man, imagine if the Commanders had a quarterback. What kind of I'm just saying, man, they almost made it without a quarterback. Like this. I'm telling you, this division is impressive, and they're only getting better. These teams are only getting better. You have the Giants, how they're playing. They're playing hot right now, man. Then you wait till next year, a second year under Brian with Daniel Jones, and I think they're keeping Barkley. In my opinion, you can't let that dude go, man. He's been impressive the last couple of weeks. So to me, they're just getting. They're going to get better. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got Philadelphia, the number one seed. Then you got us. I mean, I don't think a lot of people are giving the NFC East enough credit. They really aren't, man. Um, but I tell you what, if the Washington gets a hold of a quarterback next year, just I don't think anybody's gonna want to play at NFC East next year.
Let,
Honestly, man, they're not. They're not.
let's expand on that, right? Because I think that these are really great topics, right? I mean, number one, like you said, shout out to the Giants. They've had a shoot, man. They got into the dance and they got to the divisional round, and now and that's a young team. And it shows you what a coach with a clear vision of what he wants his offense and defense to look like, what it could do literally in 1 year with whatever team, whatever players they have on that team. So, and then like you said, the Eagles, we can't deny what they did. They came away with the number one seed. They almost lost it there at the very
They
end,
did.
right?
They did.
But hey, man, it shows you the how tough it is, and like you said, the commodes, the former or the artist formerly known as Washington Redskins, right? Um, it's insane because when me personally, I've been I at the beginning at the start of the season, being a part of East West football, I said, hey, this NFC East division is going to be a division to watch out for. I said, but by the end of this year, maybe we'll start seeing the sprinkles from the Commanders and of course, perhaps the Giants. But I was expecting this in like 2 or 3 seasons down the line because it's young teams. And dang, man, they really the NFC East really took it by storm. But I'll tell you this: what's even more crazier is how the AFC started so strong. I mean, it's like this. Like, I mean, AFC so strong. I mean, they're gonna be Super Bowl champions. But now it's like, you know,
Yeah, they are. They are.
it's like, man, they need help to stay up, man. And you know
They're
who looks real strong right now is right now. I hate to say it, the whatever team that prevails from the NFC East. Well, that's kind of hard, right? Because obviously, regardless, there's going to be a team in the NFC East in the actual NFC Championship. So I think that as Cowboys Nation, we want it to be an NFC East divisional championship. And what did you say? When was the last time that ever happened?
97, man.
Damn, it's crazy, Harvey.
But I think I talked this on I was commenting on your show on East West football, right? Um and it's right. I see the comments already, man. Jose took the words right out of my mouth.
Let's give him some love. What do you say?
Yeah, go ahead. You can go through the comments and then I'll comment on Jose's. Go through the comments.
Okay, he says, Trey D said, winner take all is what I hear from almost everyone I talk to. Whoever wins between Cowboys and 49ers is going to win the ship, right? Championship, baby. Alex says, if the Commodes had a good quarterback, they would be in the playoffs as basically two. Best division in the league. I mean, well said. I mean, like, right, just like that. Ramiro, Ramiro, I saw you on TikTok, man. Hey, I saw you TikTok famous, buddy. Commanders would be in the playoffs without Wentz. Oh, dang.
I agree with that.
I mean, Tyler
If Heineke would have started the whole season, they would be in the playoffs.
The thing with Heineke, what happened to him at the end? Was it an injury?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
The thing with the Commanders is that till the very end, they had the 4th ranked defense in the entire NFL, man. That's the one thing that people always want to come at us like, Dak played like crap. Hey, yeah, he did play like crap, but that is still a relatively good defense, man.
It is, man. Ranked 4th
overall, and that was stopping the run and against the actual uh the past. Trey D says this division is top tier, definitely one of the best divisions in years. Nobody can be counted out. Cowboys got it though. We them boys, right? For real, man. I think that catches us up on there. Let me see anything on TikTok. Interesting. Oh, TikTok's always a bunch of rascals, right? But
I'm just waiting for Jose's comment on YouTube
all
because
right,
that's what I said on your show.
where is it at?
It's the last one.
Oh, did the NFC turn it up in the second half when the AFC were the opposite?
I
Damn.
think that's what happened, man. Honestly, like everybody, and I even put it on Facebook. I'm like, look, man, if this Buffalo Bills team, I think it was the first game of the season, if they stay healthy, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. Just the way they looked, it was crazy. But now, man, you're like, it seems like Josh Allen is a little mortal. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you.
Like they're not looking that good. They should have never played like that against the Dolphins. You know, um, and then looking at the Chiefs at the very end, almost losing to Houston. I mean, these guys look like they can be beat. They're not looking too good. Now, don't get me wrong, it's Mahomes, and it's Josh Allen, but I'm just saying they're not looking good as a unit. Um, and then you got, Cincinnati. I mean, they're still good, but they struggle too.
If,
So
if it wasn't for that interception, would have been that clear of a win?
yeah, and then all of a sudden you see these NFC teams, man, just dominating. It's just like, man, what happened? What's going on? I'm happy for it, man, for me, but every network, if you think about it, wrote us off in the NFC. They're not that good. And we kind of slipped into that too, because we're like, hey, what quarterbacks are really in the NFC that compared to AFC? But if you look at it as a whole, as teams, we have way better teams, man, in the playoffs, playing cohesively together.
Jose says AFC on a slight decline when the NFC is on the rise.
Yep.
And it kind of does make sense, right? And this is what when they say you want the team to get hot at the right time. Well, right now, I don't know if it's safe to say that the Niners are getting hot at the right time because how can you say that they're hot because they've been hot for a while? I mean, 11
Yeah.
games. They're what 11 games in a row.
11.
So on that one, hey, they're pretty solid, but how long can the streak last, man? That's the question, man. And you know what? That creeps into Brock Purdy's head. That creeps into Nick Bosa's head, Tafunga's head, hair, Debo's head too, man.
I'm
I
not gonna
saw.
lie. Hey Jerry, I'd rather wear a patterned shirt than a streaky shirt.
Mm.
Just throwing that out there. I don't know if anybody got that.
AFC looks a lot more beatable now than a few years ago. It really does, man. What and kind of just to kind of top it off, what you're saying is especially the NFC, right, Harvey? I mean, I think it started with the Commanders. They started building through the trenches.
Yep.
And then from there, you saw obviously the Cowboys. They already had the offensive line, so they started building their trench up, right, as far as the defensive line. And so if we look back at the Giants, they did a similar thing in their offseason. So, and then of course the Eagles, they've always had good trenches. The only thing with the Eagles is with the Eagles, I think going forward, they're gonna have to get younger. If anything, I think with the Eagles. But I mean, they are relatively competitive, especially when Jalen Hurts is healthy. But dang, we still need to see him take some hits with that shoulder, man. I mean, that thing was supposed to be a 5-week thing, and I think he rushed it back, right? So I mean, luckily he's still able and he got the 1 week of rest. So I don't know how crisp they're gonna look when coming back this what is it, Saturday they play?
Yep.
It's kind of weird, right? They play on Saturday
It is. I don't.
as and number one seed, on
I don't know.
Saturday. Can't wait.
NFL's been weird this year with scheduling, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? Because the gang bang will say that we're crybabies, but I mean, not once have you heard me or you say that how they're going on 2 days extra rest. Literally, the Cowboys have to compact everything. Their entire
It
their
don't. It don't matter.
Worst
We're
thing.
gonna come to play, man.
That's exactly what we're saying, and I love it, man. I'm gonna have all the Dak Prescott, all Michael Parsons stuff. I'm gonna put that on all our social medias, man. We'll have all that tape ready, man. They want this, man. They said they want they want to play away. This is Dak. I want to play away. I want the 49ers. I want to be the underdogs. Like it's exactly like I love it. And you can hear Michael Parsons saying, repeating it, regurgitating the exact same words. So it's just like you said, it's a cohesive thing. So Trey D says, can't wait. Trey D says, can't wait to see Stephen A eat his words, man. What is it? Or eat crow, or what is it?
Eat crow.
Eat crow. Alex says, devil's advocate. If all the AFC playoffs teams played in the NFC playoff teams, what would the outcome look like?
I don't know, but I don't know.
So I would have to put either the Bills and the Niners. How would that look like if it was the divisional round? I guess that's kind of what he's saying.
I don't know. That would be.
I think the Bills would light up the Niners, man, because the one thing that we've seen with that defense is they run a lot of zone, but they have liabilities with their corners, man. I think Tafunga is able to mask a lot of that stuff, and like you said, right, the umbrella, that's the defense that they run, right?
Pretty
So
much.
Tafunga is able to mask a lot of the deficiencies that they have at the cornerback position, and I think you could beat them deep, man.
I don't know what that would look like, though. I mean, I would have to say it wouldn't be a blowout. I think it would be 50-50, honestly. I just, the way they talk.
Is it because you don't trust Josh Allen with his turnovers?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would think he does. Look, I'm not, and Ram's gonna come up because I saw it. They had 8-game winning streaks, all that. I get all that, but they're not playing good football. Like those caliber teams with those quarterbacks should be blowing teams out. And that's just my opinion, obviously. But I'm just saying they should be blowing these. They're not. They're letting these teams hang around. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But to me, I'm not scared of AFC teams. I'm really not at this point because they're playing okay football. Like the Dolphins, really? The Dolphins with the third-string quarterback.
Yep. Skylar
He didn't play all year, did he?
Nope.
Like
I think he got activated when Tua went down.
For that game.
It's crazy, man.
I just don't. I mean, you can say 8-game win streaks, Ram, but I'm just saying, like,
let's go to it, right? You talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, Ram, right, for acknowledging that. AFC has more quarterback power than the NFC. Yes, we did acknowledge that. Bengals and Bills both had 8-game winning streaks when they played each other and didn't finish the game. Man, yeah. That's a very, I mean, that's a ugly, that was an ugly situation. I mean, that's not football, but you're absolutely right on that one right there.
But my point is they're not playing to their capability with those star quarterbacks. They really not. You're telling me that I don't care who anybody says. There's no way they thought the Dolphins had a chance of winning that game. With a third-string quarterback starting his first game in the playoffs at Buffalo. They're beatable, man. Yeah. I know everybody's beatable, but I feel more confident that an NFC team can beat an AFC team in the Super Bowl.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you because you could turn on the film and you can see exactly what's going on. I mean, I think yesterday during East West, they were trying to point out like the offensive line deficiencies that the Bengals have. And if you look at what they're doing, they're being creative with what they're doing, but that's not a formula for success. You know, you need to have a cohesive unit going on there. This is a new name for us. Hey, Jeezy Breezy.
What's up?
He says, Cowboys finna do it this year. It's time, baby. I love it, man.
It is time.
Dwight Thrasher. This Dallas defense is way better than anything Birdie has seen, man. 49ers are in trouble. You hear that, gang? I mean, I mean,
He's true, man.
it's
They
facts.
can deny it all they want, bro. It's true, man.
It's facts. Hey, that little pretty stuff that he does when he gets out of the pocket against the Seahawks, it's not gonna fly, dude. I mean, I'll tell you this, Dono. If you know Cowboys, if you really know the Cowboys team, right? Because all the haters think they know who it is, but when you have somebody like Dono on your team,
A missile.
the missile man, the human missile, he will like. Oh well, no, Mike could call him the cheetah, right?
He did. I thought he called him. I don't know what he called him.
I
But
think
everybody calls him the missile.
yeah, he looks like a missile too. This is who I wanted. The lion is hungry. That is actually what Micah said.
I think everybody did.
Micah said that, man, loud and proud. I think that's the bulletin board material. I don't know if it's true. I that look made shit. Like if somebody, it looked like somebody did. This is let me see. Trady says if there were no AFC and NFC, it'd be Cowboys, Chiefs, 49ers, and Bills.
100% agree.
Wow, I like it. So
I agree.
man, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, all these teams right now are very well. Chiefs, I know they had some, they have Patrick Mahomes, man.
Can you imagine Cowboys, Chiefs, Niners, Bills, AFC, NFC championship, or just a championship for the Super Bowl?
That would be fun, man. That'd
be crazy.
I wish it would have been. I mean, to be honest, I wish that the Cowboys and the Niners were facing off in the actual championship, but it's time to send the Niners home packing early, man. Give them a little taste of their own medicine, and I can't wait to see that gang go and go to sleep right early, turn off their phones, call in sick the next day. The more the Niners talk, the more the boys are getting angry. Last week showed a lot of weaknesses from these big teams, man, and we're gonna get into that, right? Because we're gonna talk about the offense, man, and we saw some things from. I mean, shoot, we saw some things, man. We saw how the Raiders were able to expose some things, and then of course last week we actually saw how regardless of what we or anybody has to say about the NFC West, that Seahawks is going to be a team to contend for in the future because it's young on the offensive line, defensive line, and those corners in the back. Whew, man. So, and I'll tell you this, they still got DK Metcalf, who's still young and fast, man. And I'll tell you this, DK lit up that defense nicely, man. And then they were able to actually space out that umbrella defense and actually break off some good yards and stuff. It just came down to the turnovers. Josh Allen is a deep threat, especially game on the line. We can't sleep on him. Bills versus Chiefs last year was probably the best game I've ever witnessed. We struggled when we shouldn't have. These are all factual statements, actually. So I'm not going to disagree on that. I love it. Have you guys seen the list of teams the Niners have beaten since Purdy came in? Not exactly the who's of who in the NFL. We were going to highlight that too, right? Oh, he's been around.
No, I'm talking about the.
Oh, yeah, the comment, yeah, all the way. Full round of applause on that.
I like it.
Me too. No way Cincinnati is better than the Bills and.
Oh, you know what? I'd have to agree with Dwight, man. I forgot about Cincinnati. Forgive me, Cincinnati fans. Hey, I said Cincinnati's going to the AFC Championship. So I guess you're right. You're right, Dwight. He's right. I think Cincinnati beats the Chiefs and the Bills.
Well, the thing is that last year their offensive line was worse than this year, and they were able to get to the Super Bowl, man.
Joe Burrow is a different animal, man.
Dude, he is. He's from a different cloth, man. I think it was. I don't know what they did to him there at Ohio State, man, but they broke that man's heart, and he's winning in life right now.
Honestly, man. I think him playing in LSU in that pro style offense, and I think it was the Saints.
Yes.
Geez, I forget his name. Is it Brady?
Oh, Joe Brady.
Brady. I mean,
they brought him up. Carolina brought him up.
But I think him being in that system, being the offensive coordinator and teaching Joe Burrow made wonders, man. And I think that's why he is a player he is today.
I love it. Ahmad, what's up, man? Against inferior teams? In what sense? Are you talking about NFC East or the AFC teams? What does he say? Oh, Joe Burrow is a killer, but he won't beat Buffalo. They are the team of destiny. Wow.
Ahmad Bell.
That's deep, bro.
Come on, my boy.
That is deep.
Come on, my boy. That's Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Joe Shiesty.
Okay.
Joe
We're,
Shiesty, man.
hey, I'm all Bill. I got some receipts, man. I got a
Hey,
receipt now.
hey, and we're live on Twitter, man. So any of y'all watching from Twitter, hey, what's up, man? Heads up. So just want to give you guys a shout out too, man. Thank you. If you like, leave something in the comments and we will definitely talk about it. Let me see. Lozano 830. Hey, run of applause, man. Let's go, baby. He says Purdy likes to throw short passes. You really don't see him throw a bomb. Have you seen him? Have you seen him air it out?
Not much.
Well,
No.
it's that it's like he said, it's not really his game right now.
He throws within himself, like within. He doesn't really chunk it like that.
He knows where his check down is at, especially man. Trady. Bengals are great, but Joe is about 2 years from greatness. If you take away Joe, they ain't even top 10. Ooh. It's kind of hard because I mean they have Jamar Chase, and I would have to have him maybe top 2 wide receiver right behind Justin Jefferson.
Man, I don't know. About 2 years from great. That dude's great already.
Maybe he means like more like let them build up that offensive line.
Yeah, I get it.
Because it does seem like a 2-year project, right? But damn, they made the most with the least on that offensive line. He goes, I was saying the 49ers played nobody. Oh, okay. All right. You're absolutely right. Strength of schedule was number 15. Alex, was that you? That
15.
Was it Alex that gave us that?
You forgot Dwight's. Don't forget Dwight, my boy Dwight.
Cincinnati got 3 number 1 wideouts. That's for real, man.
That is true.
E. Higgins has really came and
that is true. He's right about that. That dude's a dog.
He is a dog, man. T. Higgins, but Jamar Chase is bad. He's a bad man. And then it's Tyler Boyd, right?
Tyler Boyd. Yep.
Man, we kind of forget about Tyler Boyd, man. You know, but I'll tell you this: I think with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, man, it looks very promising. Like we said, that offensive line gets repaired, man. It's gonna be a Super Bowl legit contender. And I love Joe Shiesty. What did he say in his press conference when they asked him, "How wide is your window open for the Super Bowl?" He goes, "As long as I'm here, baby." You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. I see our pair of Dak and Parsons beating their pair of Purdy and Bosa, man. You know, that is something right there alone that nobody has even talked about. Everybody wants to just make it about, basically straight up who's a better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy, right? But nobody's saying, hey, what about this matchup or this pair? So I like that. But he's round of applause on that one. I like it, man, because we said it comes down to the quarterback. Who do you trust more, Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy? I know
Dak Prescott, baby.
I know the gang trusts Brock Purdy, right?
It's okay.
They like their quarterbacks to look Purdy. Did they get it? No, they didn't get it. What up, fellows? Back in it. Let's get saludos. Hats off to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And Lozano 830. Y'all think the Giants will beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, well, he said, "Do you think they'll beat them?" I think they have a great chance of beating them, but the Eagles are still good, man. That defensive line's good. But I think right now, I don't know. I feel weird about them Giants, man. I think they can beat them. I really do.
I have to stick with my pick. I made that my pick yesterday. So, we did our picks a little early.
No, yeah. I mean, I'll pick the Giants anyways, but I'm saying it's not like a done, like, yeah, man, let me mortgage my house on this game. No, but they have a great chance of beating them for sure. For sure.
I was just doing a little mic check. No, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Eagles are a good team and all. I just think that we've never seen the Eagles in this situation with Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? And that's the number 1 seed taking the first week off, and the Giants have a lot of momentum. I'm pretty sure they want to show off that they should have won that last game of the year.
And also, Jay, I don't think they had really major injuries or anything against the Vikings.
True. I did not see that. In fact,
and they rested their guys the last week of the year.
And then we've seen an emergence with what's his name, Hodge, the wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a pretty dude.
He's from Virginia Tech, right? If I'm
Yeah,
not
he's pretty good.
mistaken.
He's pretty good, man.
Trady, yeah, build it up. And Bengals going to be probably top 3, man, in 2 years. But without Joe, they ain't making the playoffs. Without Joe, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be real. Joe Burrow really packs the punch in that one. Track Hawk 432. Are you new?
No, he's been on the show. I know Track Hawk 432.
Dub week, but no rest for champions, man.
Let's go. No rest for the champions.
Who needs it, right? I mean, especially when you smell the blood in the water. I mean, that's all you need, man. You got a bunch of lions hungry, man. Ahmad says, if not for the fumble on the goal line, the Bengals would be at home gone fishing, man. You know what? You're absolutely right. So that's where he's kind of coming back at you. Or kind of like,
Ahmed Bell. That's why they play the game.
It's fun. It's all loving. It's all love, man. Control the clock and wear down the defense.
Yep. That's it.
That's all we got. That's all the Cowboys got to do. I have to say this, fellas. Dallas QBs not get no respect at all. They did Romo like this too. You know what? I think that I'm gonna have to say yes, but I think it's been a little bit harsher on Dak, man.
It has. Dak has gotten the brunt of it worse than Romo did.
And I don't think it has anything to do with anything in particular. I think it's just that Cowboy Nation is just frustrated, man. It's
Yeah.
just, the frustration started with that spam of how many years, Harv?
Shoot.
Too many years with quarterbacks that were literally like they were literally changing quarterbacks like they did underwear.
Like
It was
7 years?
it was crazy. And then finally we found Romo, and Romo gave us a chance to win. I think that if anything, Romo was a Josh Allen, but just a smaller version, just the way he plays, always gives you a chance, takes chances down the field and just big plays all the time. But I think that, when Dak took over, he inherited an offensive line that was very stout, and he put out a great season. And from there, it just was frustration on frustration for Cowboys Nation. And I think Dak has gotten a little bit of it. But I will say this, just to kind of put the cherry on top, and me and Harvey, obviously we were on the same page with this. It's not easy being the Cowboys quarterback, man. This is what when you're the Cowboys quarterback, this is what you're gonna have to put up with. What's going on, man? What's going on in the chat? Let me you take over. You
I
take.
got you.
Yeah, let me.
All right, let's go with trade day.
on.
When we
TikTok.
beat the hold on, here we go. Trade day. When we beat the 49ers, 40 whiners, do you think we sleep on everyone or do we step into it's a whole different notch? I'm telling you, man. If this Cowboy team beats the Niners, man, maybe I'm getting my head of myself, but the confidence they're gonna have going into the NFC Championship, man, I don't think that team, either team, whichever one it is, ain't gonna have a chance. Robert, glad you ain't wearing the red today. Laugh out loud, Jerry. All right, Lozano, the Cowboys are more likely to double team Boza. I agree with that, man. Wear him down for sure. Alex, fun fact: Mattress Mac bet $2 million on the Cowboys. Let's go, GC4 live. Let's go.
The last time he bet on a Texas team, right? He won. He won. I don't know about the his recent bet.
All right, Aaron, New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys NFC Championship in Arlington. I love the sound of that, dude. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Trey D. Nobody cares about the Eagles. Next subject. Oh, Jesus.
That's
Jesus. Funny. Who has more offensive weapons?
Now that's a very broad question, right? Because I think I had to chime in. But before we get on this, I want to give this guy a shout out real quick. Bam, the Gridiron Guru says, I believe Dallas went through 11 quarterbacks from Aikman till they landed on free agent Tony Romo. Good.
Yeah, because Drew Bledsoe was a quarterback at that time, and I think that was 2006.
Yeah. So hey, shout out to you, Bam, Gridiron Guru. Thank you for that fact. Or thank you for the stat check. But I will tell you this. Look, it's very different, right? Because you got Christian McCaffrey, who they use as a utilize like a utility knife, and you have Debo, who they use as a utility knife.
It's the same thing.
They're interchangeable, basically. They're basically two running backs that have wide receiver skills.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Brandon Ayuk, there has been a little bit of emergence for Brandon Ayuk, but I'm gonna have to say that we just haven't seen it. But the Cowboys and the 49ers have the equal set, I mean, skill set. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
Tony Pollard did what Christian McCaffrey did at Memphis. And shoot, why not go ahead and put CD Lamb right there with Debo? I think that CD Lamb can do
And
everything Debo can do.
and honestly, I think Kittle's a different beast. That dude is an animal. But I'll tell you what, Schultz is pretty good. I'll be honest, not on Kittle's level.
Yeah,
But when you have Schultz, you have Ferguson, Hendershot, and McKeon, and those trio, and that man, I'm not saying nothing about Kittle. He's a great player. I love the dude, his passion, the way he plays. But the combination of our tight ends, man, you got to cover all of them. I think that's the difference. You know what I mean? So I think they're kind of even, honestly.
they're even because we haven't even talked about Michael Gallup, and that's because he's coming back from an ACL. I mean, damn, that was a hell of a catch that he made. I know what they say, he was out of bounds, but he wasn't the first player to touch the ball. So
I didn't think he was out of bounds, but whatever.
but still, it's still a hell of a catch because the defense Davis got his hands on it on that same play, man. Did you see Tyler Smith freaking plant Devin White?
He did plant him.
Wow, man. He walked right over him. He gave him that Allen Iverson. You remember that walk over what's the name of that coach in basketball?
I don't know who it was.
Lou. Yeah, he was with the Lakers, remember? And man, Tyler Smith. Woo, man. We haven't even been able to break down offensive line. We haven't been able to break down the offensive line forever, Harv.
What do you say? Trackhawk said, "Drop the link. Can I get in?"
Oh, you ready to go live? You ready to go live?
I don't know. He
Yeah.
said drop. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
We're on a schedule, man. We're on a schedule right now.
Shut down CMC and let the secondary take the rest. That is true. Ahmad Bell, man, you back again, Ahmad. They played all of their starters against the Giants. The Giants didn't. Again, like I said, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I agree, man. I agree. Nobody's fighting, man. Ahmad's getting crazy. No, I got you, Ahmad. Romo is not Dak. Dak got it way worse. When Dak took Mississippi State #1 and got drafted by the Cowboys, the pressure got put on tremendously, and he has not backed down an inch. That is true, man. I got, yeah. Lozano just subscribed to y'all. Fire. Yeah, let's go. Round of applause, baby.
We appreciate the subs, man. We really do,
man.
We're trying to grow, and it'd be nice to grow with all of y'all. So all of y'all on TikTok, man, the link is in the bio. Just go in there, hit the subscription, and if you want to know when we're live, obviously just turn on the notifications. Hey, we're on Twitter too, man. Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Let's see what he's got. Gino finally wrote back. He said, Dak, the ship ready, we going. Fishing this Monday.
He's a troll. He's saying that
cool.
The Cowboy
awesome. Welcome for supporting us.
Yeah, we do.
Ahmad Bell back on the boys. Maher was 6 for 6 today in practice. Also, Dak and Micah said they wanted to slay a 3-headed dragon, and they are right where they want to be. I gotta come up with some more action because I feel like Ahmad brings the energy, man. Drop the link. I would like to get in.
We're gonna stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna have the phones actually up and running pretty soon, so that would be a lot better, man.
Aaron, want a depressing stat? Since the last time the Cowboys played the NFC title game, only 2 NFC teams have not played for NFC Championship: Lions and Commanders. Wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I like that. I didn't know that. Jose, that's my point, fellas. Got it. Damn it, boy. I'm back, boys. And all I had to say is, how about them Cowboys? Let's go.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey,
Sorry about that. I had to do.
Mark, that hat Dak wore impressor today was fire. Lennon, Lennon lead the way. Truth. Which one was it? The Cowboys
Uh, let me see on.
impressor? I'm trying to remember. As much as I don't want to say it, I think we trade Zeke, get some defensive line to stop the run, and we are dangerous for a few years. And as far as the live goes, let us get some shine too. Yeah, we're getting there, man. We're definitely getting there for sure. This guy again. Trade day. Be careful with that. Pollard is because of Zeke. Mm. Robert. Javier, what's your thoughts on 49ers run defense? Do you think Zeke and Pollard will make something happen? I think I talked about it yesterday, but honestly, man, I think the biggest thing is I think an emphasis the Cowboys have to make is they have to get to the linebackers. If they cannot get to the linebackers, it's game over, man. You got to see the film. These linemen have to get to the second level. If they don't do it, man, it's going to be a long night. But I think they're smart enough, McCarthy and Kellen Moore, to come up with a plan to do that, man. Probably a lot of misdirection. If this defense plays discipline and they stay where they're at, it's not good. You have to make sure that they're on the heels and they're guessing what's going to happen. If they guess what's going to happen, it's a different story, man. So I think that's really the key to running the ball.
I found the hat. I'm pretty sure everybody's curious. So this is what the hat looks like, and it says on there, "Lyman, lead the way."
I like that.
Me too, man. I'll tell you this. How we were saying. I think that Dak has got the worst load of being a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. At the same token, I think that he's actually answered his leadership, not only his leadership, but just the way he conducts his business on and off the field, man. I think that he's been able to take over. I think he's everything that the quarterback that we've ever wanted in a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
You got this dude. Ahmad again. All right, Ahmad. It's almost like Dak needs his back to the wall and he plays like nails. When he is on that challenge, he kind of is interested. I like being the dog. That is true, man. That is true.
Adam,
you want to take over, Jerry?
Yeah. What's going on, Adam? What's up, haters? Also, we them boys. He just reminding that we them boys. Especially those on TikTok. And TikTok gets crazy, man. Let's not talk off season until after we play in the Super Bowl. Yes, I let's get on that same bandwagon. I think, if any bandwagon that the Cowboys need to get on is that talk, right? The bandwagon talk. Let's talk about the bandwagon until we get that Super Bowl. That gets the Super Bowl MVP. He gets the actual MVP of the league. He gets comeback player of the year. I don't know. He gets all the awards, whatever. You get my drift. I'm gonna be that annoying Cowboy now that you guys upset me. So I'm gonna be annoying Cowboy now, Cowboy Nation. Pollard took the spot. Zeke slowed it down when he got paid. Sad but true. My question is, if Tony Pollard gets paid, is he going to slow it down?
I don't think so.
I will tell you this.
Pollard doesn't have a lot of tread on his tires. Zeke had a lot his first 4 years, man. They used him so much.
I believe that Tony Pollard will be the running back that needs to be used against. If we want some kind of form of running game, Tony Pollard needs to get the front load carries in this game.
You know what I think? I think if Zeke loses a little bit more weight, he might be all right.
It's always possible. I mean, he was gained to the second level. I just think that I think the wear and tear. I think it's a longer season. From when he came in, obviously too. The hat was Lyman lead the way, mistype. He goes mistype. Yeah, luckily I found it and I showed it, right? But we got the drift. But yeah, obviously it's coming from the True Brand collection. 49ers got the 28th ranked passing D in the league. That's a stat line that people don't know. that got to take advantage of this. It's not going to be the running game. You know,
Yeah.
we were trying to see the stats on.
So, but my thing is, the problem is that if you don't run the ball at all and Dak throws it 40 or 50 times, it's not good. It's not good. Like, we still have to run the ball, regardless if we get like 1 yard per carry. We got to make sure the defense stays disciplined enough to stop the run. Like, you have to run the ball. You can't be one dimensional.
I mean, not only that, but you give, like you said, you're giving the defense rest too, right?
Yep.
So they can go out there and get you the ball back. And like you said, having that balance, you can kill the clock. I mean, the Cowboys look good. They killed, like, what was it? It took, I don't know, it was a total of 9 plays and almost killed like 5.5 seconds off, 5 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. It was beautiful, right? Cowboys should use the Arctic White color rush unis. What do you guys think, man? Why don't we just go back to the 1994? That I mean, if you really want that payback, go to those ugly uniforms that they wore in 94. But yeah, that would be nice, man. Pollard is because Zeke isn't. Oh, okay. Damn, Jose. That's poetry in the making, and it's live. You should go get that patent, put down the cap before anybody, man, because there's 37 on TikTok and there's 26 right now on the YouTube. I hope you guys are subscribed. We love you. We appreciate it. We love this discourse. And we haven't even been able to break down the offense yet.
We haven't.
Yeah, I think Lamb and Schultz have to come up huge this week. Ooh, okay.
I agree.
How about a little sprinkle of T.Y. Hilton? I think that he can burn them corners and get deep. Maybe give you a little DK Metcalf action on that long ball. ML Stein, very, very wrong on Zeke. Pollard is damn good, but those ugly short yards are very important.
He's right about that. And I said,
very important.
One of these games, we're going to need Zeke.
We are.
We're going to need his style. One of these games, it might just be on Sunday. It might just be on Sunday.
He goes, gee, Allah, it's not excitement when you do your homework. Why are we scared of paper monsters? Ooh, Ahmad, I love it, man. Are you all here from Dallas? I'm born and raised here, Puro Parkland Hospital. Laugh out loud.
Okay.
I'm actually from Greenville, Texas. That's actually I don't know if you know where that's at. I don't even know how far that would be from Parkland, but yeah, I was born I'm from Hunt County. So many people started becoming 49er fans because of Purdy, man. It was funny. I said it at the beginning. I just thought because they just are Cowboy haters, you know what I mean? But maybe you're right. I mean, maybe a lot of them underdogs are trying to cheer maybe Mr. Irrelevant on, right? Make him irrelevant. And that's not a good thing for the 49ers, though. I'll tell you that much right now, because come next year, damn, they are in a world of frustration, and I mean, they're just lost. I mean, they're what are you gonna do? Brock Purdy or Trey Lance? You spend 2 first-round picks for Trey Lance, and you got Brock Purdy in the 7th, last pick of the draft. So are you gonna start Brock Purdy? You can go with Trey Lance. I mean, go ahead and divide your locker room, man. PJ, where you been? What's going on, PJ?
What's up, PJ?
Adam, I can almost guarantee every hater in here that our team didn't make their playoffs. That's why they hate us, baby. The DC haters. I love it, man. Hey, he goes, hey, man, Jose. Z got used like a pinball. After he got paid, he got lazy. Pollard wants the ball and knows when he needs balance, getting hit and running outside, right? And Mark, 49er fans only show up when they're winning records, man. I think one of our buddies, Jonathan, man, he actually brought that out on his Facebook post, man. He showed the pictures of the stands, man, in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and they were the stands weren't there, man. That faithful is not really faithful, man. It's only when they're winning, man. Zeke is a good power runner, I believe. You know, I think that's a very safe assessment. Short yards are important for Zeke, but the problem is he got lazy, and when he is on the field, they know what's coming, and the top tier teams know what is coming from Zeke. Yeah, man. I mean, look at the way they were able to get creative and use Dak, right, with that little man. That I even got the cameraman fool. I love it when you see the cameraman fool. That means that play was play to execution, man. Trey, all good, brother. Just learn your lineup packages, and y'all appreciate Zeke more. Woo!
I'm not saying I don't appreciate Zeke. It's just a time and a moment for it. He's really not the back he used to be. You got to agree.
Yeah,
But I believe, like I keep saying, there's a good time and a moment that's gonna come when we're gonna need that kind of run style. Honestly,
I'm outside. I've watched him since Iowa State. Purdy, he's a gamer, but when you confuse him, he will throw picks. And I will tell you this: it was his sophomore year. That's actually when his draft hype started going up, and then for whatever reason, he had a bad fall off his junior year. It was bad that they said that he lost all his draft capital that he had, and he stayed for his fourth year, and it was still not as impressive. So that's why he wasn't as highly sought out because that dump off, right? So right now I think he's benefiting from a Kyle Shanahan creative scheme where he's not asked to do very much, right? Because they're very creative with an offensive line. Ayuk, Debo, CMC, Mitchell, Kittle, Juice, all the field same. The good luck, scissors, good paper, cut paper, pressure, breaks, pipes. All right, sure. Niners are weak on the outside pass. Dak needs to take advantage of that. I mean, I think like we kind of briefly said that. That's why if you see what the Seahawks were able to do, they knew how to attack this defense. Obviously, that was the third time seeing them, and obviously they knew a little bit what's going on. Everyone, Black Mamba, DC for life.
let's
Well,
go, Black
I
Mamba.
didn't even think he was on yesterday. The Seahawks were not even trying the second half of the game, right? That's what he's saying right there. Um, he says the Seahawks were not even trying the second half of the game versus 49ers. Did you catch that? I mean, I don't know if it
It
was
almost it almost felt like they let up. Once they got up by a little bit, it just kind of just fell apart.
I was gonna say I think they got discouraged, if anything. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
think
don't know.
that's what.
I don't know if
I don't know
they
if they gave up, but they were just kind of like, yeah, man.
because we're going to play hard nosed football and expose the secondary like we can and pressure the Purdy quarterback they have. That was a good one. I love it. I like it. Understand that we just confused the goat. We will confuse him too. Yeah, man. Well said. Trey D loves Zeke, got his jersey and Dak, but he's not what he was. We definitely need him come Super Bowl. I'm just saying for what we pay him, we could do so much going forward.
Yeah.
He goes, y'all gonna get the same well, you guys can read. This year, you guys got worse. We only got better. Okay. G Allah. Dak, Zeke, Pollard, Lamb, Schultz, Gallup, Hilton, all on the field. Also, dummy. Come on, baby. Hey, off the DC pipe, baby. Oh, okay. He's responding back to Allah. Ahmad Bell was spot on, right?
Yeah.
And then hamster ball, what's good? Javier, remember me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember you, Hamster Ball. I
he's the
remember you.
he's the hacker,
I got
remember?
the receipts, my brother.
Mark says, "Hey, we get old and a little slow. Remember the story of the young bull and old bull on the hill? Damn,
That's funny.
your right pressure does break a pipe. The Cowboys will apply that type of pressure. I love it, man. The fumble killed the momentum.
And
And
that's when it happened.
fun facts: Purdy played for Iowa State and was in a bowl game all years in college. He left. They went 3-8 this year. Oh, damn. So, Ram, are you trying to say that Brock Purdy is the real deal? I mean, are you a gang or are you Cowboy Nation? I want to know. I'm starting to question that, Ram. You're questioning me about the red yesterday. Cowboys never reaching a Super Bowl in 10 years. Okay. Are you talking about the last 10 years or are you talking about the next 10 years? I'm kind of confused, hamster.
Is that dude okay?
I don't know, man. Because we haven't been to the Super Bowl in 27 years. Not everybody is like Dak, where if he messes up, he gets more motivated and make a comeback.
And
You know
that
what?
and yeah.
You can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you
I'll
can
top
see
it
it.
up at the end.
You can see it, especially with his eyes, man. You could tell. You could tell when he gets those look in his eyes. Damn, man, Dak is unstoppable, man. Lozano 8-3. Ty was a good pickup for us. He helped us out a lot, man. I think that
Yep.
I think they're gonna have to sprinkle him in this team. If Zeke hits the holes and sees the running lanes, he will be dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen him pop off to the second level. Yeah, just the last three weeks, I think we were a little bit. It's easy to jump to conclusions, right? Sometimes, or making us. It wasn't just Purdy. He had a dog running back too. Oh, that's right. Brees Hall.
Brees Hall, yeah, I forgot about Brees Hall.
Yeah, he went to the Jets, man.
The
And
Jets, yeah, I
yeah,
forgot. He was
he was
good too
having
in college.
he was having a good season with the Jets too.
That's right.
The next 10 years, Cowboys lucky to score 2 touchdowns. Man, come on now.
What,
That's
like,
that-
bro,
you,
what?
you talk about the number one offense coming into town, man.
Next year's Cowboys lucky to score 2. Like, bro, are you a never mind. Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, holy moly, when we get rolling, right? And he's gonna get
Yeah.
surprised. PJ's just laughing, he's just loving it all. Clock management has been better. Glad they cleaned that up, man. So let's talk about that, man. The offensive, right? The offensive schemes. Right now, what is it about the 49ers offense that the Cowboys defense needs to be prepared for?
I think the downhill running, man. The way Kyle Shanahan, I'm telling you, man, this guy's so smart. The way he sets up players in the right position to make the right blocks, like you seen the Seahawks game. I think that's one of the biggest holes I've ever seen McCaffrey run through. Like that thing was huge. But it's the way he motions people to change the defense and put them in a situation where they run backside and you're like, oh my God, I just got blocked. You know what I mean? Like it, man, you got to stay disciplined in what you're doing. You cannot try to make a play in this game. The minute that you feel like you're leaving your responsibility to make a play is the minute that you know something will break on you. You cannot do that against this team. The other thing is their offensive line is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but there's some problems, man, on the interior where Purdy has been pressured, especially in the beginning of games. If you see the games are close, but then the second half they're a second half team. But I think the biggest thing is just the way he sets players up, man. I think he runs one formation and runs 5 to 7 different plays out of that formation, and it makes you look like it's the same thing. And that's the problem. If you don't stick with your responsibilities and you think it's an actual play that's coming, the same play, it's not. You got to think twice. So I think Kyle Shanahan does a great job of doing those things against anybody. So we got to be very disciplined, man, and we have to set the edge. We have to set the edge against this team.
And I think that you hit it right on the nail in the coffin there, Harvey, because like you said, especially when you start seeing the fullback Kyle, I make fun of his last name, Kishnik or whatever his name is, especially when he lines up at the slot. They're trying to give you a look like if he's going to go out on a passing route, but right, because he's gone out on passing routes. But I really do think that it's very optional. I think they're running options. So if they can catch the defense off guard, Trent Williams literally will break off and block out the slot corner, and then you'll see Kyle go and crash in at the linebacker lined up over the tackle, and then from there you see George Kittle just kind of coming in. So I kind of like, I'm specifically talking when you saw like that big old freaking lane that Christian McCaffrey was playing in. If you line up Israel Makuma and he kind of backs off a little bit, man, I like Izzy a little bit more in the slot now. Especially if you, like you said, if you can be disciplined, come off them stunts, get this offensive line to you know what I mean, get a little confused. I think that definitely our defense has a good shot at I don't know if we can say completely shut down the run because I mean, I think the Cowboys have been making that an emphasis of late, and they've had some success on slowing down the run. So I think if anything, the Cowboys should focus on slowing down the run slowing down the 49ers run. And I think if that's the case, then you really got a war, right? Of now it really becomes a war of quarterback versus quarterback. Who do you like more, Dak or Brock Purdy, to put you in scoring position, whether it be a field goal or an actual touchdown, right?
So I'll be honest, man. The other thing is, and I called it the last game, Micah Parsons cannot be on the line 100%. You have in this game, he has to play linebacker. And then in certain situations on passing downs, he can play end. But he has to play linebacker to run sideline to sideline to track these guys down. I think that's going to make the difference again in this game, honestly, from stopping this offense.
it says Inked Mama. She says Dak is a better quarterback. So shout out, obviously, right? And then she says Cowboys Nation. So she's part of Cowboy Nation. That's TikTok for you guys, real quick. It says, "Well, can't wait for your excuses Monday morning." This is from Fast Eddie. And but he did say if the Cowboys win, he's gonna eat crow and admit that they were better this year. But he says, but they won't. I like the little, but they won't. But hey, man, like you said, I like the offensive. I like this offensive matchup that the Niners have. I think it's all with Kyle Shanahan. I think these offensive linemen, if anything, they have individual assignments on how to attack each person individually. So I think that's where the stunts are really going to play, key. Seeing if you can get your hand, like you said, and set the edge with the stunt at the same time. I think you can really confuse that offensive line and make them look average at least, and not and keep the yardage less than what 150 yards. Trady says Dak is what I like to call a unicorn, similar to LeBron. Haters gonna hate, but when it comes down to it, all eyes on him. You can't mention America's team without mentioning Dak and Cowboys. That's a very good similar. I've never heard anybody compare him to LeBron, man.
That is weird.
And LeBron is probably one of the most hated and loved NBA players. You got half you got half of this young crowd calling him the greatest of all time, and then you got people that have seen greatness, right, with MJ and Kobe, saying, "Come on now." That's a good one. He goes, "If you ask me, Justin Fields would destroy the Cowboys if they played tomorrow. Bear down." Oh my gosh, now you're a bear.
What?
It's Hamster, man. He's the one. He said, "You remember me?" They need to stop the run. Plain and simple. PJ, plain and simple. They need to stop CMC, and we'll be good. That is going to be hard because he can line up as a slot or even outside wide receiver. Black Mamba says run game and screens, man. I think that's going to be a heavy dose for the Cowboys. I
Yep.
think it's going to be something we haven't seen. Hamster, you tripping, laughing loud, Robert. Stop the run, and the game will come to us naturally. Agree with PJ. Yep.
Yep.
The only thing that gets me about the boys is that they are the only team you hear everyone say, you don't know what team we're going to get. Ooh, but I'm expecting them to show up and show out, man. And you know what? We kind of even said that. We've been saying that about Dak. What Dak are we going to get? Right?
Yep.
Because and the reason why people are reserved like that, because I don't even think it's the defense. The defense is not the problem. The defense has literally got the ball and gave it back to the offense. It's like literally like, here you go, try it. Here's another crack at it. So I think it's just one of those things where people really want to hang the Commanders game over Dak. But yeah, I think if we get, like, what did you say, Harvey? If we get Dak that is on fire. How'd
I
you
have
say
a
it?
lot. You're gonna have a. It's weird, but you can't stop the man. He. I'm telling you, man. When he gets hot, it's hard to stop him. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's true though, man.
You
But
said 24 completions again after he threw the interception to
Yep.
Josh Sweat, right?
Yep.
24 completions against the Eagles, second ranked defense in the entire NFL.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
So I'm just telling you, Niner gang, if you see them eyes on deck, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, guys. It's over, man. Game over. Because I'll tell you this, I've seen it, man. There's just something that comes out in Dak that I've never seen in any player, right? And so I will tell you this. I'll say you're on the right track, but I think if anything, I think they're more. I think a lot of mainstream media is going after Dak. The safeties will address the Niner run game. Quinn and Chan know each other. Advantage to Quinn. Ooh, I like that. That's a little tidbit. Everybody wants to say how about I think what was it Kyle Shanahan is 2-3 against Mike McCarthy all time, but
I thought it was 5-3.
I'm sorry. Yes, 5-3. But the thing is because they're taking into consideration his offensive coordinator when he was offensive
He was offensive coordinator for the Texans.
Texans and all over the place. He goes, I agree with Javier. Stay disciplined and stay in the lanes, man. I think that's going to be key. I'm 5 hours away from Dallas. All right. Cool. Greenville's actually like about 45 minutes, maybe less than 40. I mean, honestly, we make it there like in 35 minutes from Greenville to Dallas. Nobody's paying attention to the speed limit at 90. Jose, what's up, Joe? Hamster ball talking about Justin Fields, and that dude is nowhere near any conversation right now. We're talking to playoff football right now. Hamster, we can revisit the Bear convo when they are relevant again. Man, that was a good one, right? And look, there's Hamster. Nathan Peterman currently is better than Dak Prescott. Oh man, I ain't gonna read you no more. Oh man. Jose, currently the best, but sitting at home. Makes sense, Hamster. And look, now Hamster wants to say something kind of reasoning the games got fixed by Vegas if you watch the games. Maybe you would get some people to listen to you if you would go with that, but I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. It's the rest of the stuff you're kind of out there. He kind of reminds me of MG. Remember MG? The guy
I'm not gonna say nothing about Hamster Ball. Some people might be going through some things, so I'll just let Hamster Ball be Hamster Ball.
All right, Hamster Ball. It's all love. You can stay in the chat. But let's make it fun though. Hey y'all, Cowboys, 550 wins, 408 loss record. Number one since 1960. Love being Dallas Cowboy fan. No team better, man. Damn, I was giving a shout out to this guy. What was it? Bam, the gridiron guru, and freaking Mark just came in here and just stole the show, man. Dak Prescott similar to LeBron. Crazy. What is going on? First off, where have you been?
Where have you been, man?
You can't miss a show, man.
You probably went on vacation or something.
All right, well, let it slide. We understand it was. Wait, it's the 19th. He's probably on a New Year's resolution. Hamster, your comments are wow, man. He is wow. Have you had to do the Cowboys play more zone or man versus San Fran?
I think a mixture. A mixture of. So this is my thing, man. I'm just being honest. Who's more dangerous, Debo or Ayuk?
Ooh, that's a great question, man. It's a great question because Ayuk gets deep on you, but he can do a lot of the shallow stuff. But right now, Debo is the man there.
Okay. So let's talk about passing, right? Because Ram brought up a good question. Let's talk about passing game. Who's more dangerous, Ayuk, Debo, Christian McCaffrey, or Kittle?
Oh man, I mean, that's a tough one. Kittle's a really good. Kittle's really good, man.
I think you match up either Izzy or Curse with Kittle, right? And then from there you get Diggs, and you either put Diggs on Debo or you put Diggs on Ayuk. More than likely, probably Ayuk because he's on the outside. Debo plays a lot of running back.
I like where you're going, man. I like where you're going with this.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the way I don't give away a lot of stuff, but I think you double barrel blitz Purdy, right? And you come with the linebackers and you push the defensive ends out to cover the running backs if you got running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to confuse him. And I think a combination of those things, man, he's going to be so confused. It's almost like playing perimeter. But I think that's the game plan, man. He's going to get confused. Honestly, I think that's what's going to happen.
I love it, man. I actually love it. I in fact, I'm so impressed. I'm not even.
But I'm just saying, you play a combination of zone and man. And when it really counts, you play man, you got to get on Kittle and you got to get on Ayuk. You got to man them up and either that or double them. But, Diggs on Ayuk, you leave that alone and you double. You get somebody on the line for either a defensive end or whoever on Kittle. You make him bump him right then and there, and then rush the passer, and then you have that guy cover Kittle after he's being bumped. So you don't give Purdy that time for him to release. So it's not really a double team. You're just stalling him for a bit. That's my opinion on it.
It's situational football to its finest, actually. I think if anything, I'm not going to take away anything from the 49ers. They have a hell of a squad, very versatile squad. I mean, like you said, all those players can literally line up at any position from wide receiver to running back to tight end, even I think, and they're gonna excel pretty well because part of it is Shanahan and part of it is the actual player. So that's a very unique matchup. So I like it. Let's try a little bit of both and be very reactionary to whatever the offense is throwing at the defense. Lozano says D-Law is going to have to rush the left tackle. They're not going to double team him. They're going to be focused on Parsons.
And that's why I'm saying I told Jerry.
You did tell me this. That's why I left it up there for a while because you did tell me that D-Law is going to be the X factor in the defense.
I think he's going to have a big game in this game, man. I really do.
I can't wait, man.
I really do. I think D-Law is one of those guys that he doesn't get a chance like this. He's not going to be in the league any much longer, man. He's getting older and he's had some injuries. I think he can feel like, man, I want to give it my all, man. This is all I got left. Like, this might be my last chance in the playoffs. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you've heard players, man, not a lot of people get this chance.
They don't.
And I think D-Law is going to come out and he's going to ball, man. I guarantee you.
I mean, he let the pregame huddle. You know what I mean? He let it, man, and he got me fired up, man. I'll tell you that much right now. Just you can feel the energy of D-Law, and it just looks like he's really seizing the moment right now. And and shows it also showed up with Dak, man. Dak was on fire. Fernando, I'm a little late to the cast. Looks like y'all got a full chat board. Looks like I can listen tonight while I'll pack up, man. Hey,
nice, bro. Hey,
he's going to the game, right?
Yep. Hey, Fernando, man. Hey, I hope you and your family are safe, man. Safe travels and take care, man. Good luck, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I believe he said it was going to be an experience with him and his son, right?
Yep.
What an experience, man. I really do hope it's very memorable for you guys. And, man, I know the Cowboys are going to bring this one home for you guys, so it's going to be wow. It's going to be great. And we can't wait to hear your experience, man. Regardless of the outcome, we want to hear your experience. And, I mean, you're going to be a part of the offseason, man. I'll tell you that much right now. Offseason talk. Somebody's still on Justin Fields, man.
What a black hamster.
At Lozano, I agree. Of D-Law, get loose. It will make a difference, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
This hamster's relentless, man. He's like that MG character, but I'm gonna stop calling him hamster. I'm gonna call him Uncle Rico now, man. You know,
Uncle Rico.
You could throw that football past the mountains, right? If you think about it, CMC likes to get a lot likes to go to the left, like Mama.
He does, man. That is weird.
That is.
I saw that on the film. He likes to go left. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh my god.
Deanna, and Justin Fields is eating popcorn from his couch watching the playoffs. Go Cowboys. Look, he's still relentless. Justin Fields is already better than Dak. When the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, there will be a lot of bandwagon fans. Do we go on? Do we go one and done, or do we go dynasty?
They got some young players.
And the window's wide open, man. I feel the window's open for as long as at least 3 years for sure. Because you got the core of your offense lined up for 3 years, man, before you have to start re-signing these players, man. Maybe you would want to lock up Terrence Steele now and lock up Trey Diggs now before
they should have locked up Terrence Steele last year, man. Stop.
Well, you got to wait till the third season. But I'm just saying, if before they get really pricey, you got to wait till year 3. What do you say? When I'm gonna say dynasty, man. The Cowboys are not a dynasty and will never be a dynasty. Come on now. No, hold on, sir. We were a dynasty. 92, 93, 95. Or should have been 94, but whatever. Manager got us there. How long you been Fields and other QBs like him will last longevity wise?
I keep saying that, man.
And I'll tell you this: Justin Fields did take he took a beating this season, man.
RG3's running around with a crutch.
Damn. As long as Tom Brady, come on now. I want to see Turpin take one to the house.
So do I.
You need to show Cowboy Nation why you're an all-pro, why you are a Pro Bowler too, right? For that fact. Laugh out loud. Javier, well said. They're fun to watch while they're around. Esther seems like a hater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayuk is the better receiver, but Debo just is an animal if he gets the ball. Hey, real quick.
Yeah. So
Shout out,
yeah.
Bobby.
So
Glad to have you back on the chat. But go ahead.
yeah. So I agree with him. That's why I'm saying you put Diggs on him.
I see why, right?
Yeah.
But I will say this, that was funny. Bleacher Report had that what was it? That it was like somebody on the sideline talking to Debo on FaceTime, right? And he was telling him you're next. And Debo was like, you know. But it's funny, right, gang, because Debo don't want to be in San Fran, but he just took the money and said, I'll just take the money then. But he didn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to play running back.
He doesn't want to play for the 49ers, period. That
He
just
really doesn't. He really doesn't.
He wanted to be a cowboy. I remember.
He did. He did want to be a cowboy. You can't deny that.
Cowboy Nation was welcoming him in too. Like, come on, baby, come on
home. Debo.
Come on home. But obviously, we knew. We're not gonna give up no more first round picks for no more wide receivers. We already know. Nope. It looks like the Cowboys are gonna stop that trend, if anything. You heard that first on the Cowboy Cast. Kittle and McCaffrey against us.
Yep, I believe that, man.
Bland on Ayuk and Diggs on Debo. Well, you know what? I will say Bland, he gave up that one. What was it? He did give up a big play, but
I think he plays better in the slot.
I like Izzy in the slot, man.
It's but Izzy in the slot on who though? That's the thing. You can't just put him in the slot. Just anybody. It's got to be a particular player.
Well, the reason I like him in the slot because he's really good tackler, so he can really shut down he can really shut down if the run is coming towards him. I trust him there in the slot. That's the only reason I'm kind of on this. I would be a little bit on this. I'm kind of feeling it, but at this point, I don't want Ayuk burning us. You know what I mean? And we've already seen. I don't want to make anybody a superstar anymore. Cowboys, obviously, when they get toasted, man, they make a star of somebody, right? You're spot on, bro. I'm with you. It's coming in bunches. Terp is for real. Wow, Mark, that's really bold, man. 1982 Boomer Sooner.
Let's go. New one.
Fellow Sooner alum, what's the number of key targets he gets Sunday? I see something like 9 to 10 targets with like 7 to 8 catches for 100 yards and a couple of TDs.
CD Lamb, yes.
Oh, okay. I love it.
CD Lamb, baby.
Well, he's the only Sooner that I know. I was like, wait a minute. I know he's not talking about. Oh, he's not talking about Ayuk. Ayuk was it Arizona State or something like that? Hankins and Gallimore will have a game, man. And you know what, Hankins?
I think so.
Hankins really looks like he really wants to prove his worth, man. I love it, man. Liquefy, Parsons, and Dak show up. It's over, man.
Yep.
You know what? I think it's that simple for the Cowboys. It really is that simple for the Cowboys, man.
Let's say that.
Hold on, I gotta proofread this, man, because I see
Harvey laughing. Bad, man.
I see Harvey laughing. It gets me scared, man. I'll tell you that much right now. Parsons will have Puro. Give me some.
Jose, you're bad, bro.
Let me see if I can translate this in English because this is where it gets fun.
No, just say it in Spanish.
Okay, Parsons will have Puro. Give me some chon mentality, right? So, in other words, he's hungry. He needs to get fed, right? That's all he's saying, right? Bobby, let's get off subject there. Bobby, Snoopy, is D-Law gonna do well against 1-on-1 with Trent, man?
I think for the most part, he might play the left side.
I was gonna say I don't really see him on the left line up on
right side, not as much. No, not very rarely.
Because he's the edge. He's the one that keeps everything running to the left. So that's kind of what I believe the Cowboys are gonna have to live with that. Will D-Law show up this game?
Yes. I think he's gonna have a big game, honestly.
Trey, hamster ball. Chicago is my third team behind the Titans, and nobody after that. But you cannot say Dak and the Cowboys are not dangerous on all levels. It's easy. Shout out to Uvalde, Texas. Uvalde strong, man, forever, man. Uvalde strong, man.
For sure, bro.
Fellow Sooner alum. That's the number of key targets he gets Sunday. I'll see something
You
like
said that again?
Yeah, I guess you just copied and pasted it. And why are the Bears hibernating right now? I love Adam, man. He's so awesome.
He keeps saying it. Leave him alone.
Yeah, PJ hibernating for life. Oh, and Gallimore is a Sooner too. I forgot about that.
Oh,
too.
Gallimore is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he's a Canadian too, right? Shout out to all the Canadians out there, man. But that's it. I mean, Harv, do you have anything else that you have on your mind? I mean, we talked about the offense. We know it's unique. Hey, the NFC East is strong. It looks like it's here to stay too. NFC East. And we talked about the offense. We know what we got up with the Niners. The offense is very unique. It's very situational, and everybody has an assignment, and they attack players assignment based with this cover 6 umbrella defense that we talked about. So, we've all caught up. We know what the gang gonna bring. Is there anything else that you wanna say it, bro? Say it, bro.
Something's been on my mind, man. Everybody's been talking about it, and this is what it is, right? And I'm gonna start off with this so you guys understand. And my brothers can vouch for me because they got receipts. When the Cowboys drafted Dak Prescott, I wanted the Cowboys to draft him. Before the combine, before all that, I wanted them to draft Dak. I don't think a lot of people can say that, probably in Cowboy Nation, honestly. And I got receipts. When it was the 3rd round, I figured, hey, man, they're not going to get him because I believe Dak got a DUI sometime during the combine or like a month before the draft. So I said they're probably not going to sign him. So lo and behold, my brother calls me because he knew I wasn't watching anymore. I was disappointed. He's like, hey, man, they got your guy. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, man, they got him. So I told myself, good, man. I think the Cowboys are going to be in good hands. They're not going to lose anything. I think Dak plays behind Romo for 3 more years, right? And I think if Dak plays behind Romo for those 3 years, I think you see the Dak that you saw in the first round of the playoffs this year. I think that's the Dak you see. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Romo got hurt. Dak had to start as a rookie right away. So I think his development didn't get there as fast because he had to do the job now, right? In the last 2 years, Dak has gotten better. But this is my thing, right? As I look at everything, because I want to break it down for y'all, Dak, I believe, is at 43, 44% against teams that have a winning record, right? There's some players on here that have won Super Bowls that have like a 10% winning rate against teams with a winning record. So, because everybody wants to bring stats, right? So we got Dak has an overall 97-point quarterback rating for his whole entire career. He has a 62% winning record overall, right? And this is what I'll say, man. Percentage-wise, right now, he's at like 67%. That's pretty damn good.
It is good.
But listen, man, Dak was 1-3 before these playoffs started. That's not good, right? If you ask me, is Dak a franchise quarterback? I believe he is. If you ask me, is Dak capable of winning a Super Bowl? I think Dak's capable of winning the Super Bowl. But I believe it's up to one person, and that's Dak. We will only go as far as Dak takes us. Because at some point down the road, a time's going to come where we're going to have to ride on your back. Now, everybody, I love Dak to death, but I'll tell you this. Last year, yeah, I understand what happened. But now there is so much pressure. With 2 more years riding on his contract, I think this is the moment where we're going to see the Dak we want, right? Is he going to carry us over that hump? Because I'll tell you what, if Dak does this, the same thing he did last week, people better watch out, right? Because they've talked a lot about him. But I'm just saying, all these stats, all these records that he's had, Cowboys, touchdowns, and all this, it doesn't mean anything, man. He was 1-3 before he came in these playoffs. Now he's 2-3. Now he has to prove to everybody that he belongs. And we're going to have to see it Sunday, right? But I'll tell you, man, I don't think I've ever seen Dak like this. I'm being honest. Like, I've never seen him focus like this. Last year, I had a feeling we're going to lose. Just the demeanor of everybody. But the way he's been playing and the way he's been acting, we're going to see, man. I think you're going to see a different Dak. But that's all I got, man. DC for life. And hopefully, man, we get that dub. I think we will. I think the way this team's demeanor is, I think we'll get the win. That's all I got, Jerry.
It's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback right there, man. Round of applause, Harvey. I love it, man. It's so hard, right? Because we try to be credible, right? And we try not to stay as homers. We're trying to look at it from a lens, right? A real football lens. But like Harvey just said, you're absolutely right, man. This is a career-defining moment, I believe. Also, I have to say it with you. I'm right there with you. This is his career-defining moment. I think that he needs to capitalize on this moment and build off and ride it right into the storm. And I think this is what perfect storm, right? Well said, though. All right, man. Dang. I think I love that just a little bit more, man. And look, PPC, let's go, baby. DC for life, let's go. Right? Be well, travel safe, God bless. Thanks for doing what you guys do. Cowboys Cast to the moon. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I love it. Hey, Mark, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Good night, Adam. Badass, like always, Papa. Go see your Bears play Sunday. Adam, you're awesome, man. Mark, 3 more to go. DC for life. Let's go, man. Hey, yo, that 11 formation football is here to stay, and that RPO is as well. Last week, though, Dak has his back to the wall. He is Nails. Good take, bro. It was a great take, right? Dak is go mode right now. Hey, we them boys, outro, we out, right? Love it, right? And bro, however, making me get tears, laugh out loud. Let's go. Hell yeah, Dak and boys all the way, man. I mean, and Ram, that's right. I made the call that he got drafted by Dallas, man. It's an awesome story to hear. I really do hear it, and I just want you to know that what you guys get here in the Cowboy Cast is very genuine. We really do study this, and we definitely love the Cowboys. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's not just a team. It's an actual lifestyle, right? So best of luck. I believe that's it for us until kickoff Sunday. So you guys stay tuned, man, and we will have our predictions kickoff Sunday.
Subscribe and like, baby.
You gotta subscribe, man. Come on, man. We put on a hell of a show for you guys today, man. Peace out, hamster. Only bears you can see is the Yogi Bear and Trey. Play the oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. At Black Mamba at Robert. Hey, we want to say thank you all, and we'll see you guys Sunday, man.
Keep it real.